Okay, I know I promised I'm supposed to be doing a review of Loney's movie, and we're going to do that in just a minute, but right now enjoying some more of this delightful nog. Oh, nog. Everybody should enjoy nog. Oh, that tastes like some more. What? What am I going to do? What are we going to do? Oh, fresh nog. Oh, you beautiful, beautiful fresh nog. Okay, that's probably enough nog hysteria. Let's talk about the movie. This movie that our good friend Loney Childress made. It's a story of a boy and his nog. No. It's about a guy who reluctantly becomes a superhero. In fact, the title of the picture is Don't Call Me a Hero. And it starts out in fine fashion with some interesting overlays and a lot of really nice graphics. Loney used 3D Studio Max and Adobe After Effects to create all of these effects, and they look great. It's something I'd highly recommend, but right now it's a little bit beyond me. I still have to do it the old-fashioned way by building models. Our story starts with our main character, Brett Mitchell, played by Matt Dawn, having a flat tire out in the middle of the Nevada desert in the middle of the night. And he sees our flying saucer come flying through the atmosphere and crashing to Earth. The next thing we see are a few of the, well, after we see the crashed flying saucer and some kind of creepy looking aliens, there's some sort of a creature that must have come from the ship, and our character Brett decides he's going to step in and try to save the alien who's being menaced by the said creature. Now, this doesn't end well either for the aliens or for our pal Brett, because the next rock he throws doesn't do anything but just irritate the monster. Yeah, that was probably a mistake. Ooh. So Brett ends up getting himself clobbered, and later on we'll see that the aliens, while that gives them the opportunity to stop the monster, it doesn't help Brett much. But then they decide, after the discussion of what to do about getting the monster packed back up and put in the spaceship, what to do about Brett, and they decide they'll go ahead and fix him up and maybe tweak things a little bit. And that becomes the backstory for our hero. And of course, one of the things he discovers, in addition to a few physical changes, he's able to do all kinds of strange things. Ooh, like read the newspaper real fast. If he lived down here in South Georgia, he could do it anyway. Well, I digress. Why don't we watch a little more of the movie? Now, what's a superhero movie without some villains? And Don't Call Me a Hero is thick with them. Now, we've got one here in particular. That's our pal Loney in the black and white shirt, menacing or shaking down this guy in with the store. And after a bit of Scorsese action, we get to see Loney do, I think, one of the funniest bits that I've seen in a movie. In fact, I think it's about my favorite part of the whole picture right here. I don't know why, but I really get a kick out of that. All right. Other characters, here's Summer Austin, played by Janine Levitt. And look at this handsome, dashing fellow. Gosh, I can't see how Loney could afford actors with such decorum and such grace. Well, anyway, we see some other things develop in the story, and eventually it becomes necessary for Brett to jump out into the world and show himself as, well, what becomes known as the Blue Mask. Now, here's where we first see Brett as the Blue Mask, and probably at this point his character needs a little help, but it kind of is reminiscent of the Spider-Man character in the first movie. But an interesting way that Loney's put this together. So it goes on from this point. After a little while, we'll see. I like the mask. Anyway, we'll see him in a proper costume. Here he is getting ready to menace Loney a little bit, who's trying to work him over. Oop, no. bad news, Mr. Director. Get back behind the camera.
But why the shorts?
So after Francis Hooper, played by Carlton McCaslin, whips up this old Halloween costume for Brett to wear as his blue mask suit, we begin to see him take out and do the good old-fashioned montage of superhero stuff. What it comes down to is Loney's put together a lot of neat things in this movie that any budding filmmaker should really consider. Are some of the things cliche? Yes, but what's wrong with that as long as it works for your movie? We could nitpick some of the technical details, but why? I mean, this is important for all of us that are interested in making a picture to know that as a one-man band, we can do it. And even if we don't get everything perfect, well, that's just the first time. Then we can go out and do it again. And every time we do it, it gets a little bit better. And why do you think I always say, keep shooting? And there's a very simple reason, because it's important. If you don't learn from the things that you do, you really are doing the wrong thing to begin with. Oh, and another nice thing about Loney's pictures, all the music, the scoring, everything, he does it all himself. And that's one of the things I really, really like about all of his movies. In addition to being really creative and a lot of fun, the music is top-notch. And I can barely play a record player, so it always fascinates me to see people who can do scoring for their own pictures. So that gives you an idea of what the movie's about, and I highly recommend take a look at it and see if you can get some ideas from it. Remember, you know, Loney's just like the rest of us. He's out there just making movies on his own, and it just goes to show that something that's feature length isn't beyond our means. So check it out, and keep in mind some of the ideas that he's used, and we'll look at some more things as we go. And until next time, I'm going to have some more nog. Oh, yeah.